Welcome to the installation of the Pirate style Tallboy with the model number 15607. As you can see here in front of us, there's a piece number 1 and piece number 2. Now we start with putting the screw in. Wherever you see a plastic ring, you put in the screw in. 1 there, 2 there, 3 there. Follow down there, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and also one here, 9. So put 9 screw in. Now the golden rules for putting the screw in is make sure you always put in just enough to touch the plastic ring only, but do not over tight it or under tight it. If you do over tight or under tight it, it will result in improper installation. Now, which you also need to adjust later on if you cannot turn the locking device 180 degrees, which I will explain to you later when you put in the locking device. Now at this stage, it's wise just to put enough just to touch the plastic ring only, like that. Now once you finish with that, you also do the other side as well, the same manner. Next, you're going to put in the rail. Now as you can see here, for this position here, the rail there has to be lined up in this position. As you can see, as for this piece here, you can see this 2 hole down there. Then you put the rail in this position and make sure the platform is in the bottom like that, and the hook is in the back like that, so which is going to be going out like so. Now we're going to put the same manner for 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now next, you're going to put in the screw for this side here on the 3rd hole. As you can see with the ovary hole, you're putting 1 screw there, and in the front you also put on the 3rd hole as well, which is the ovary hole there as well. And we do the same manner for the all following last 3 rail as well. Now we're following the same manner for the other side. Now as for this side here, you do the opposite. As you can see at the bottom here, you can recognize by the 2 holes, and in this position you put the rail like this. This time is in opposite direction. The platform is actually on the bottom like that. The hook should be there, which is going sliding in like so. So the hook has to be inside. Make sure you line it properly, otherwise you need to take it off later. So double check now before you put in the screw. Now you're putting 1 there, 2 there, 3 there, 4. And we put in the screw the same manner as mentioned before. We put in the 3rd hole, 1, 2, 3 from the back. And also on the front there, we put the screw also on the 3rd hole, which is the ovary hole. Like that, we do 1, 2, 3 and the 4 rail there. Now we start with the top piece, which is the item number 13, as you can recognize by the groove there in the middle there. Now first we have to put in 2 screws, 1 there and 2 there. Now bear in mind, always putting the screw in very close to where the plastic ring is. Make sure you do not under tight or over tight the screw, just enough to touch the ring only, otherwise you will result in improper installation, which later on you're going to put in the lock in, and that lock would need to turn 180 degrees. If not, it will need not properly done, which I will explain to you later on. Now when we flip this one over, at the bottom we also need to put in 2 screws, 1 there and also 1 on the other side as well. Now as you can see, there's 2 pieces. Number 7, the front part, which is actually got a blue color line. With this one here, we put in 2 wooden dowel, 1 there, 2 there. Now with the golden rules for the wooden dowel, every time you put in, make sure you put in 60% in and leave 40% out. Now there's also another white piece, also item number 7. You also put the same thing, but this one is actually white color, which you're going to put in the back of the Tallboy. So the blue piece you're going to put in front, and the white piece you put in the back. Now next you're going to put in one locking device. Now bear in mind, every time you put a locking device, make sure the arrow is facing towards where the screw is, and now you lock it in by turning clockwise position. Now we also install in the front piece, the blue one as mentioned before, and once properly tight you lock it in as well. Next you turn the piece over in this manner. Next, as you can see here, this two piece item number 4, which you can recognize by there's a groove in the middle right running down there. So that piece and also this piece. Now with this piece here we put one wooden dowel from each end, one there and one on the other side, and same as for this piece. Next we put in a locking device on the corner there, like so. Now make sure you turn the arrow is actually facing towards where the screw will be coming from, like that, this way, and then we lock it in. Now at this stage we must check, make sure the groove is running from top to the bottom, is actually meeting from the inside there and running through there and to the joint to the next piece right there as well. And we do the same manner for this side as the other side as well. And when we put it in, locking device there, and we'll lock it in. Next we're going to put in the slide in, like so. Now once in position, it should look like that. Next we're going to put this blue piece, item number 17. We put in one wooden dowel there and one wooden dowel there. Now next we're going to use item number 12, which is this panel. This is actually the top of the Tallboy. As you can recognize, there's my one groove running like this. We're putting one screw there and also one screw there. Now we flip it over, we also need to put one screw there, and then we join in the piece number 17, the blue one, in like so. And at the back we also put in a locking device there in, and we lock it in, rotate in clockwise positions. Now we rotate the piece on the sideways position like that. Now with this top piece we put in the locking device in the back, like so. Now we're ready to assemble. Now before we lock it in, make sure you put in one locking device there and also one locking device at the bottom. Now bear in mind, make sure the arrow is facing towards the hole where the screw coming in, like that. Now we're ready to assemble the top piece in. Now we'll put the top piece in like that and join together. Once in position, we turn the locking device clockwise position, and there as well, and now it's actually secure. And by now the unit look on the sideways should look like that. Now next we put in the side panel in this position, like that. Now if it doesn't fit in, readjust the locking nuts a little bit in order to get tight fit in. One is actually fit in. Use a flat screwdriver and turn it in the clockwise position. We do one there, 2, 3, 4, and on this side here we do also one there, and tie it up 2 on the top as well. When you finish install the other side, you flip the unit over like so. Next you're going to put in the 3 slate, which is the item number 9, as you can see in front of us. We're going to put in 2 wooden dowel for each slate, 2 there and 2 there, and we do the same on the other side. 2 there, and also 1 there, 3 altogether. Now we're ready to put the side panel to the top. Now before we put in the side panel on top, we need to prepare putting all the locking device in. One there, two there, and all around. And on top of that we also put in the wooden dowel in. One there, and also one on the white slate there, and the second one on the other side. And then we put also one wooden dowel there at the end, two in the middle, and also two on the top on this side as well. Now we're ready to put the side panel on top of this unit. Now once you put in the side panel on top like that, readjust the panel, make sure everything nice and tight in, like so. If it doesn't go in properly, most probably the locking nut is actually in position, so you need to readjust a little bit. Now you need to readjust a bit by turning a little bit like so in order to get in there. Now make sure the gap is no gap there, everything nice and tight. Once everything is actually nice and tight, we use a flat screwdriver and lock it in. Next we lock it in 1, 2, 3 there, and also from inside 5, 6, 7 and 8. And also from the inside we also lock in 1 there and also 1 there. Now it's most important that you lock these two properly.